Talking about this idea of fantastic representation, you just showed us The Tale of Despero 2, I assume is the title of that manuscript you're looking forward to reading this weekend.
No, it's not. It's a YA manuscript.
Okay, fair enough.
I represent very little YA, but the ones I represent are very much worth reading.
Are you going to be providing editorial feedback once you're done with it? And also, were you helping along the way producing it? How involved are you up to the contract, which you're going to negotiate amazingly, so that when the book becomes a bestseller, they'll know that it's a fantastic contract and they're going to get everything that's due to them? How involved are you up to this point in the manuscript?
This one, I'm one of the first readers because, but I'm not always that. It depends on, and this book is actually already contracted for, but it's been a while coming. So I'm, a lot of clients value my editorial input. It depends on the relationship with their editor, but I'm here for, our agency charges 15%, and some people never ask me to read anything, and some people I read things 5 times for, and I'm just here for whatever anybody needs. And I never say, it's never too much because it all evens out, right? So in this case, I'm a very early reader.
Gotcha. And then with a book that's maybe not already where you've just negotiated the contract, are you going to continue to be involved with the author, or do you step back and kind of let the editor do what they do? What's your level of involvement at that point?
Well, generally, after I've given any advice the author wanted or requested of me, once the editorial process fully commences, I try not to be involved because it's really hard to have 2 voices, right? However, my authors know that if they are receiving feedback that doesn't seem like the right feedback to them, or they don't agree with it, or they want a second opinion, they can always come to me. But generally, once they move on from me, I try to stay out of it because I think it's really hard to have 2 different editorial guiding lanterns. But if they come back to me and they feel like they're not sure they're getting the best advice, or they disagree with their editor, then I'm always happy to weigh in. But I think it's hard. I mean, because I'm an author too, it would be hard to get 2 different sets of notes when one of them is from your publisher who's going to publish your book. And if it's just your critique committee, or that's different. But when it's a book that's already sold, contracted for, and you trust your editor, then I never want to be at odds with the editor. But there have been occasions where I've stepped in and taken on a battle if I didn't agree with the notes, but very rarely.